welcome back to my channel. In this week's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my recipe on how I make my curry goat. Now, all the ingredients, plant-based and powder seasonings that I'm using in this video will be linked in the description box below. The first thing I did, which was done off camera, was wash my goat meat thoroughly in vinegar water and lime. After doing so, I am seasoning, going in with my powder seasonings and my plant-based seasonings. After which I'm going in, I am making sure that my meat is completely covered in the seasoning that I just added. The plant-based seasonings that I'm using for this video is onion, scallion, thyme, and garlic. And again, I'm just going in and rubbing the seasoning onto the meat, making sure that all the pieces are covered in seasoning. Now that my goat meat is completely seasoned, I am gonna go in with my Betapac Curry powder. Just a teaspoon of curry powder to my meat and also rub in thoroughly. Now for my next step, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil and 1 tablespoon of the Betapac curry that I showed you before. I'm going to add that to the hot oil and allow the curry to burn for 2 to 3 minutes before adding my meat. Once your curry powder is finished burning in the oil, you're going to go ahead and add your goat meat, which you seasoned prior. Allow that to cook for 3 to 5 minutes before adding water to your pot. After you add your water, you're going to allow your goat meat to cook and get tender. You will, however, need to add water throughout this cooking process, and I would highly recommend that if you're going to add water, which you will, to make sure that you have a pot or your kettle on and just keep it on low, because you are going to need to add hot water in order to keep the goat meat and the water that you're adding at the same temperature. That way it can cook faster and your meat can get tender faster. So my meat is not yet tender, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in some hot water to the goat meat and cover and allow it to cook for roughly 10 minutes before checking again. So with all the water that we've added throughout this whole cooking process, you can assume that some of the flavors that we initially started with has been diluted. So I prepared on the side just some plant-based seasonings, the ones that we used before, the onion, scallion, and thyme, and also some other powder seasonings. I'm gonna reintroduce those flavors back into the pot. So I'm gonna add them now that my meat is getting tender. It's on its final stage of cooking. So I'm gonna add those flavors into the pot and cook, so you know, making the gravy, all the flavors can be reintroduced into the goat meat. So this was roughly 5 minutes after adding the plant-based seasonings. I was trying to show you guys how tender the meat is now, but was not cooperating with me. But yes guys, my meat is tender. I'm just allowing it to cook down for a few more minutes for it to simmer down and, you know, get all those flavors in before I go ahead and turn my stove off. And cook time honestly depends on how tough your goat meat is. You can use a pressure cooker, but I find that this method of just adding the hot water to the pot and then just reintroducing those flavors work better for me. Okay guys, there you have it, Jamaican style curry goat. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.